I'm Jojo.
And I'm Katja. Welcome to our podcast.
Each week we learn from the experts about all things women's health and happiness.
We are two very normal, imperfect women.
Navigating this crazy thing called life.
And trying to stay happy and healthy while we do it. So, grab a cuppa.
Or tidy away that pile of laundry.
And enjoy our discoveries.
Hello, Katja.
Hello, Yo-Yo.
Hello. So, I think it's a good idea if we just explained to our listeners what this podcast is about.
Okay. Simply, it's women's health and happiness, but it's focusing on all different areas of what health and happiness could be.
Yeah, like really broad.
Yeah.
Don't we? We're thinking of nutrition, exercise, relationships,
gynecology,
finances,
hormones, yeah.
So much. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot to cover.
Definitely.
That will affect your health and happiness. But because there's a lot to cover, there's also a lot of information out there.
Yeah, yeah.
And not always specific to women.
Yes, so I think that's what we've often talked about between us is that we're such nerds and we love listening to health podcasts. But so many of the podcasts are by men, which is great. We love listening to men. But it's not, all the information isn't specific for women, isn't it?
Yeah. And also, sometimes you listen to these amazing podcasts and you actually don't know what to do afterwards.
Yeah.
So all the information's there and it's really well presented. And at the end, you're like, okay, so I know what I need to do. How do I do it?
Yeah. Yeah, so kind of they give this download of amazing science and it's like, whoa, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
But like what are the little things you could actually apply to your life?
So we're trying to translate all that information, talk about the information so you know about it and the listeners know about it. And then we can turn it into kind of little snippets of things to add into our lives.
Yeah, like those little snacks of information.
Yes,
little things.
Right, and actions to do that aren't life-changing or altering. And, we're busy, life's busy, and it's a way of adding small things that make a big difference.
Realistic.
Yeah, realistic is a big thing.
Because we are so ridiculously busy. Ridiculous.
And we throw a podcast on there.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, we're not busy enough. Let's do podcasts. But, so yeah, we're both a fan of learning about health and happiness information. And like, even if it's as simple as drinking a glass of water, for example, it's boring example. But yeah, Yeah,
it is. And it's also the fact that we've all probably felt like, what's wrong with me? Or I don't feel great. And things like that could be things that could just be hormone changes, which we'll hopefully look into in a few episodes' time. And then it could be nutrition, that your body's changed. So those little things of just how you feel might not be great. And it could just be mentally or your health, and all those things we'll look at and how we can switch it back around and what we need to look out for. And so that's kind of
absolutely.
What we'd like to do.
And I think one of the key things we really want to get across is that we are not pretending to be experts here. No, we are not the experts.
We are learning too.
Yeah, so this is our journey. We want to be a bit healthier and a bit happier.
Yeah.
And so you can come along with us on this journey while we speak to a whole bunch of really interesting experts.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is, yeah. I'm looking forward to it, actually.
Yeah.
It's a learning. We're not preaching anything. We're not. It's more that we want you to ask the questions so everybody's knows what to do and can feel like they have a bit of control.
Yes, absolutely. So that's a key point, actually. If you have any questions, get in touch.
Yes.
We are constantly looking for new people to come on the podcast. So if you have any recommendations or any specific topics you'd like to hear more about, get in touch.
Yeah, because this podcast is not for us. It's for everybody. It's for all women.
Yeah.
So
well, it's also kind of our journey.
It's selfishly a little bit about us.
It's a little bit selfish.
But yeah, please do get in touch. We want to build a community where we ask questions and we can help find the answers.
Yeah.
For you and for us.
Absolutely. So I think that about sums up our podcast. We will endeavour to make it as regular as we can. But we are two busy ladies with life, with crazy lives.
We'll try and get out regularly, but please just stay tuned and please subscribe because you'll see when everything's being released.
Please, yes. So subscribing to any podcast, I think, it helps the podcast get visible to more people. So we are a little new budding podcast, and please subscribe to us and you will get informed with all this amazing information to come.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Hope you do too.
Oh my goodness. This is very exciting. It's a reason to get out at night.
Yes, it is. And it's actually a reason to do more research. Like, when you just research for yourself a little bit.
Yes.
And it's also then a reason to look into it a bit more.
Yeah.
Especially with some of the guests we've got lined up. I've enjoyed already.
Already looking into their topics. Yeah. Absolutely. Because we're both massive nerds and love looking into the research a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm a frequent Google Scholar person.
I've just gone back onto it for this podcast.
You can get into a little wormhole, can't you? You get sucked in.
I'm reading all of them, yeah. You might have to show me the tips, actually, because I've just reopened it. And you need to show me the tips.
Okay. I'll show you. I will give you the tutorial.
Because I go down this weird, what am I reading about mice for? Literally what happened the other day, and he was like, "What are you reading?" I was like, "This thing study on mice," and he was like, "Well, how is that relevant to anything?" I was like, "Don't know actually. I actually don't know what I'm reading." But I can tell you about mice though.
Well, this is going to be another episode on the health and happiness of mice. Yeah. Female mice.
I don't think they were represented enough on this podcast world. Mice.
I don't think so. Okay.
Okay, but seriousness, I hope you enjoy it and you enjoy the journey and you get some things to take away.
What we're also going to be doing is applying these little bits of information in our own lives.
Yes.
And telling you how that happens, how we are maybe succeeding in doing these little changes that the experts suggest.
Yeah. And if it makes a difference.
Yeah.
And
exactly. And I was going to say, and maybe how we are failing in applying these things, because we are not perfect.
Yeah.
And we want to normalize any kind of level of imperfectness. So, tune in to hear all about that journey as well.
Yeah.
Thanks. Lovely. Okay. Well, I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And now go and listen to the next episode, please.
Proper the interviews where it's all about smut.
Oh, yeah. We've got some brilliant interviews where we interview each other. Listen to those.
Yeah.
They're hilarious.
If you want to find out more about us,
yes.
Just from this little introduction.
There's no science in that, but listen to the interviews just about us. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably a lot of errors, actually.
Yes, probably. Anyway, thank you so much for listening.
And we hope to hear from you soon.
Yeah, get in touch. Take care.
Bye.
We hope that you have enjoyed this episode. And if you did, it would be amazing if you could like and subscribe to our podcast.
This way, you'll get notified every time we bring out a new episode. And it would give us a little boost to keep going.
For any extra information, behind the scenes and updates on our podcast, please follow our Instagram page at healthandhappiness_podcast, which will also have the details on how to sign up to our newsletter.
If you have any questions, feedback, or you would like to come on the podcast, please email us at healthandhappinesspodcast@gmail.com. Or send us a message on Instagram.
We'd love to hear from you.